It's your boy Guru in the house, back with another bang on video. Well, ladies and gentlemen, more news for you guys. Yes, the shocking news: Olivier Giroud to Arsenal. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, is it possible? Is it even in consideration? What am I even talking? Well, everything will be discussed in this video as we move on with the further part of the news that we have got here. We have also an update about Christian Eriksen. Why exactly a move to England is definitely, it looks very expensive for the player's point of view as well. So stay tuned, and if you seek daily Arsenal content just like this, well, this is the best place to be, man. Always consider subscribing. Also, let's jump on to the first news. Well, this is Granit Xhaka. Well, Granit Xhaka currently ranks 10th in the Premier League for percentage of dribblers tackled. Essentially, this means that every time Xhaka has to go in for a tackle, he completes it at a whopping 63.6% clip. Does this disprove the narrative that Xhaka is not agile and easy to get past? Well, it does, because right now Granit Xhaka is level with Jamal Lewis for the percentages of dribblers that he has tackled. It's not bad. It's really not bad, is it? But Ben Godfrey has been number one. However, most passes into the final third in the Premier League 2020-2021. You can see Rodri with 84. Granit Xhaka is second in the whole league with 73 most passes into the final third. However, that may well also say that it is actually a wavered passes as well. However, this is the reality. Granit Xhaka has made most passes in the final third. However, let's also talk about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang now. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has 2 Premier League goals this season, okay, but he has scored 7 goals in 5 Premier League appearances versus Burnley. The only team he has scored more career league goals against is Hamburg. 9 goals in 9 games. So, well, it is a big game tomorrow for Mikel Arteta and Arsenal. Can they go back into the winning ways? Because right now the fans and the team have literally forgotten when we last won the game in the Premier League. However, let's also talk about Thomas Partey. Here's a big update from AFC Bell. They say Thomas Partey does not suffer from any tears or cuts, as the injury was diagnosed as a muscle strain in a location close to the previous injury, but not the same. No need for any surgical intervention. Thomas started his treatment program on Wednesday, and the club will follow up on his response daily. The club sees January as a possible return date. So Thomas Partey looks like will be out the whole of December, and this time around I am pretty much sure that he is definitely going to rehabilitate himself at least for a decent amount of time. Well, take your time, Thomas. When you come back, let's hope we have more players also playing for Arsenal. Let's move on. Well, according to Eurosport UK, I don't personally believe this news, but hear me out. There's nothing wrong in hearing things out. So William Saliba is available for a move, as sources indicate that there is no future for him at Arsenal while Mikel Arteta is in charge. There is no truth in this news. Okay, there is no truth in this news. William Saliba is not. I don't think so. But it looks like, according to Eurosport UK, they believe that William Saliba is available for a move away from Arsenal. But not only that, they are saying that Arsenal will also consider serious offers for Granit Xhaka. Now, Arsenal's number 1 target for January right now was Dominic Szoboszlai, but we all know what things have occurred in yesterday itself. One more thing, Granit Xhaka is about to be sold by Arsenal if a right offer comes for him. Let's see if that happens or not. Moving on. Well, Arsene Wenger has opened up about Mesut Ozil. Now, of course, there was a question whether he's difficult to manage, yes or no. Well, yes, there is those ideas, but here's what Arsene Wenger said. He was not difficult to manage. He was a guy who had a special quality as a creative player and needed to have fun. He is an artist, and these guys are a bit more sensitive. They need support and an environment that pushes them to give their best. Also, there's somebody who literally is taking Arsenal into the cleaners. You don't know who? It's none other than Paul Merson. Now, Paul Merson is really not happy with what Arsenal is actually doing. He really does not even believe one bit on Arsenal at the moment. So Paul Merson says Arsenal could still be playing at Tottenham now, and they wouldn't have scored a goal. What can they do in January to fix it? Go and knock on Ozil's door. Say you're sorry and you need him to play. Ozil's getting a 350k a week and sitting at home while his team cannot score. So Paul Merson believes Arteta or Arsenal should go and apologize to Mesut Ozil and call him up into the playing 11 as soon as possible. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even want to say anything on it. So, Vinay Venkatesham shows his support for Mikel Arteta. He is backing the manager. He says, you have got a guy who is absolutely driven to succeed and be successful on the pitch, but doing it in a way that respects our history and traditions. So, I think with him, we have got a really, really powerful individual. So, he believes Vinay Venkatesham believes in Arteta, and I don't see why. I don't see the reason why he should not. Sorry. But moving on, Jens Lehmann tears into Arsenal for unacceptable season in attack against on the board and everyone. Jens Lehmann is not happy what Arsenal is doing at the moment. Here's what he said. The position right now is the worst in decades. For a club like Arsenal, that is not acceptable. All of us old players would try to help and make the Arsenal brand strong and big. We are very disappointed because the brand name is deteriorating. We simply cannot let that happen. Now, even Lehmann continued by saying the blame cannot solely lie at the feet of Mikel Arteta, with the board also playing a role in the club's recent demise. The German said, it is a bit of a mixture. The board has to make the right decisions. The manager has to make the right decisions by signing players and coaching them. The players are in a fantastic environment. They are in London at one of the most traditional clubs. It seems that some of them are still having problems to cope with the pressure, but everybody expects them to win something. But we are not even talking about winning anymore when you speak of Arsenal. There are a lot of problems. So yes, Jens Lehmann believes it. So while Arsene Wenger was in charge at Highbury and the Emirates for 22 years, Lehmann wants to talk about Wenger as well. He said, Wenger teamed together with David Dean for a long time. There was a huge consistency and financial consistency, the spine of the team and of the club. That has gone now. But look at Manchester United after Sir Alex has left. It is the same problem there, and football has moved on. It is always the same. If you work for the big club like Arsenal and you don't fulfill ambitions, then you have to accept to be replaced. Now, Michael Owen believes Arsenal are going to beat Burnley at the Emirates tomorrow. He says Arsenal have been disappointing this season so far. Mikel Arteta has his work cut out. However, he'll see this as the ideal opportunity to get back on track. I go through a lot of stats in this line of work, and unfortunately for Burnley, they come last in most of them. I expect the Gunners to get back on track here, albeit by a slender margin. So he believes by a small margin, Arsenal are going to beat Burnley tomorrow. So PFA boss Gordon Taylor demands the Premier League chiefs to overrule clubs and bring in 5 substitutions right now. He's really angry about it. So in a letter that was forwarded by Masters to all Premier League clubs, Taylor blames the refusal to stick with 5 subs this season for the spate of injuries to players. So Taylor said, we have been very concerned and remain so about the physical load on players are now frequently required to play every 2 or 3 days or so. The physical load on players is hugely increased, and the consequent fatigue is leading to avoidable and distressing injuries. Arsenal, Chelsea, Everton and Leeds were all impacted last weekend. A further 11 Premier League clubs have players unavailable due to problems that might reasonably be attributed to physical load and fatigue. So yes, let's see how things will change. Here's the big news. Well, Luis Saha believes Arsenal should consider re-signing Chelsea striker Olivier Giroud. He says Olivier Giroud could be a good option for Arsenal if they were to sign him again. He is a top striker. He might not always give you the style that you want, but he is always questioned and stands up to answer them. Any side in England would love to have a Giroud on top form in their team. What? Don't want to react on this as well. So Sunsport columnist Troy Deeney has claimed that Arsenal are still a soft touch but a different kind of team he accused of lacking cojones. He says, you will probably remember a few years ago that I accused Arsenal players of lacking cojones. Yet that was a comment made after a specific match, and however low Mikel Arteta's side are in the Premier League, that is not an accusation I would level at them now. They remain something of a soft touch, but a different sort of soft touch. Not a team you can physically intimidate, but a team who will always give you a chance. Burnley will believe they can win at Emirates tomorrow. They will look to exploit Arsenal's weaknesses from set pieces, and they will look to hit them on the break too. If Arsenal play to their full potential, they should win. If they lose, then Arsenal could slip towards a genuine relegation battle and Arteta will be in serious trouble. Also, a small update on Christian Eriksen. Now, why he cannot move to England? So, the Telegraph report that the tax breaks for foreign players in Italy means it is incredibly hard for English clubs to match his big salary. He has 260k a week salary is what he's earning right now. So Tottenham actually sold him for 16.7 million pounds to Inter Milan 6 months out from the end of his deal in one of the last bumper packages. So the Italian club's offer was made more lucrative by a government scheme that makes foreign players exempt from paying tax on 50% of their salary. However, in order to qualify for tax relief, Eriksen would have to remain at Inter Milan or in Italy for 2 years. And right now it's just 12 months now. Christian Eriksen is looking to move away. If he does not, there's a big tax coming what he's earning at the moment. So these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came of all the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes this platform every single day twice. So what you got to do is subscribe and hit the bell icon. I will see you in the next one. And don't forget to be a part of our live. We are going to talk about the players that Arsenal are genuinely thinking of selling down, and of course a lot of transfer news coming your way. And of course there is a Manchester derby coming through. Yes, we are going to have a watch along for the Manchester derby tonight. If you want to be a part of it, be my guest. Otherwise, there's also another transfer news content at night for you guys. Cheers.